The Maya civilization, one of the most fascinating cultures of ancient Mesoamerica, thrived for centuries in what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. Known for their impressive cities, intricate calendar systems, and extraordinary achievements in mathematics, astronomy, and art, the Maya left a legacy that continues to captivate the modern imagination. But what was daily life really like for an ordinary Maya citizen? In this video, we invite you to step back in time and experience a day in the life of a Maya citizen. From the break of dawn in a bustling city-state to the quiet moments of reflection under a starlit sky, we will explore the customs, work, religion, family life, and leisure activities that defined Maya society. This comprehensive journey will shed light on how the Maya balanced the demands of a complex social structure with the rhythms of nature, and how their traditions and innovations still resonate today. The world of the Maya. The Maya civilization was not a single, unified empire but rather a collection of independent city-states spread across dense jungles, fertile valleys, and rugged highlands. Each city-state, such as Tikal, Palenque, Copan, or Chichén Itzá, had its own ruler and unique characteristics, yet all were connected by shared language, religion, and cultural practices. The natural environment played a central role in Maya life. Lush rainforests, winding rivers, and abundant wildlife not only provided food and resources but also influenced religious beliefs and daily routines. Water was sacred, a symbol of fertility and life, and the Maya engineered sophisticated systems of reservoirs, canals, and terraced fields to manage it. Maya society was organized in a hierarchical structure that revolved around the divine rulership of kings and the elite priestly class, while artisans, merchants, farmers, and laborers formed the backbone of everyday life. Although the noble class held political and religious power, the majority of the population were commoners who contributed through agriculture, craft production, and trade. For the ordinary Maya citizen, life was a continuous blend of work, ritual, and community. Social status was marked not only by birth but also by one's role in the economy and religious ceremonies. Even as the elite set the cultural tone through grand temples and public ceremonies, everyday people maintained traditions that connected them to their ancestors, the land, and the gods. Morning. Rising with the sun. A new day in the Maya world began at first light. As the early morning sun filtered through the canopy of the tropical forest, the sounds of the jungle mingled with the awakening activity of the city. For a Maya citizen, the break of dawn was not merely a time to stir from sleep. It was a sacred moment when nature itself came alive, signaling the start of daily rituals. Many households would rise with the natural rhythms of the day, often without the mechanical alarms of modern life. Instead, the crowing of roosters and the calls of birds served as nature's clock. Early risers might begin with a brief meditation or a silent prayer, acknowledging the gods of the sunrise and expressing gratitude for another day of life. Before heading off to work, each citizen took a few moments for personal cleansing and preparation. While the Maya did not have showers in the modern sense, washing was an integral part of the morning routine. A simple basin of water, sometimes warmed by the early sun, was used to wash the face and hands, a ritual that symbolized both physical and spiritual purification. Family and community rituals. For the Maya, family was the cornerstone of life. Many households were multi-generational, with grandparents, parents, and children living together in communal compounds. Morning meals were a time for the family to gather, share stories, and discuss plans for the day ahead. This bond was reinforced by daily rituals that honored ancestors and the spirits of the land. An altar or a small shrine in the home often displayed offerings, such as maize, fruits, and incense, intended to appease ancestral spirits and invite their protection. This practice was deeply ingrained in Maya culture and underscored the belief that the past and present were intertwined, with ancestors playing an active role in daily life. In Maya cities, communal life was vibrant. Neighbors often met in courtyards or at local markets, exchanging greetings and news as they prepared for the day's work. These early morning interactions helped build social cohesion, as every person's role was interconnected within the broader community. Religious ceremonies and public rituals were also common, with local deities being honored at small shrines scattered throughout the city. These events, although brief, reinforced the communal ties that bound the citizens together and served as a reminder of their shared cultural heritage. Work and daily labor. For many Maya citizens, the majority of their day was spent working in the fields. Agriculture was the lifeblood of the civilization, and the cultivation of maize, corn, was of paramount importance. From preparing the fields using slash-and-burn techniques to planting, tending, and harvesting crops, the work was labor-intensive and dictated by the cycles of nature. Farmers worked in harmony with the land, guided by seasonal calendars that were intricately tied to celestial movements. The planting season was often marked by communal ceremonies where rain deities were invoked to bless the crops. Daily tasks included weeding, watering, and ensuring that the soil remained fertile through the careful rotation of crops and the use of organic compost. In urban centers and smaller settlements, not everyone was a farmer. A variety of specialized trades sustained the Maya economy. Artisans, including potters, weavers, metalworkers, and sculptors, produced goods that were not only used locally but also traded with neighboring regions. Workshops were lively centers of activity where skills were passed down from master to apprentice over generations. Merchants played a crucial role in linking the diverse parts of the Maya world. Traveling between city-states, they transported goods such as obsidian, jade, cacao, and textiles along well-worn trade routes. Markets were bustling hubs of commerce, where citizens haggled over prices and exchanged news as much as they traded goods. In larger Maya city-states, a segment of the population was employed by the state in administrative, religious, or infrastructural roles. These government workers maintained the complex irrigation systems, public plazas, and ceremonial structures that defined Maya urban architecture. Religion, myth, and daily life. Religion was the bedrock of Maya civilization, and its influence permeated every aspect of daily life. The Maya believed in a vast pantheon of gods, each responsible for different elements of nature and human existence. Deities such as Chak, the rain god, and Kinachahau, the sun god, were central figures in both public ceremonies and private devotions. Daily life was punctuated by small rituals that honored these gods. Before meals, for instance, it was common for families to offer a brief prayer of thanks, acknowledging the divine forces that provided sustenance and protection. Public ceremonies, often held in the grand plazas of city-states, featured elaborate processions, dances, and musical performances designed to appease the gods and ensure cosmic balance. The Maya were renowned for their sophisticated understanding of astronomy and time. Their calendar systems, which included the Solkin, a 260-day sacred calendar, and the Hab, a 365-day solar calendar, governed not only ritual events but also agricultural cycles and political activities. The synchronization of these calendars was seen as a reflection of the divine order of the universe. Celestial events such as eclipses, solstices, and the appearance of Venus were interpreted as messages from the gods. High priests and astronomers held esteemed positions in society, and their interpretations of these events guided both state decisions and personal behaviors. The regular observation of the heavens instilled in Maya citizens a profound sense of their place within the cosmic order. Food, diet, and cooking. Food was both a practical necessity and a cultural celebration in Maya society. The staple of the Maya diet was maize, which was ground into flour to make tortillas, tamales, and other traditional dishes. Accompanied by beans, squash, and chili peppers, the combination known as the Mesoamerican triad provided balanced nutrition and was central to daily meals. In addition to these staples, the Maya also consumed fruits, vegetables, and wild game. Fishing and hunting supplemented agricultural production, particularly in regions near water bodies or forests. Special ingredients like cacao were highly prized, not only for their flavor but also for their ceremonial significance, as cacao was often used in rituals and as a form of currency. Preparation of food was a communal activity that involved the entire family. Women typically led the kitchen, grinding maize using handstones, cooking over open fires, and preparing a variety of dishes that varied with the seasons. Meals were eaten together, reinforcing family bonds and providing an opportunity for storytelling and the transmission of cultural values. Special feasts were held during religious festivals and important events. These communal meals were not only about sustenance but also about celebration, as families and neighbors gathered to share food, music, and dance. The art of cooking was revered, and recipes were passed down through generations as treasured family traditions. Entertainment, art, and leisure. Entertainment in Maya civilization was rich and varied. Music and dance were integral to both religious ceremonies and everyday social life. Traditional instruments such as drums, flutes, and rattles provided rhythmic accompaniment to dances that recounted mythological stories and celebrated agricultural abundance. Public performances were common during festivals, where choreographed dances and theatrical displays took place in open plazas. These performances served multiple functions. They reinforced communal identity, preserved historical narratives, and provided a joyful respite from daily labor. Even ordinary citizens found time to gather for spontaneous musical gatherings, highlighting the importance of art as a form of expression and community bonding. In addition to artistic performances, the Maya enjoyed various games and sports that were both recreational and ritualistic. One of the most famous was the Mesoamerican ball game, played on specially constructed courts with rules that carried symbolic meaning. This game was not only a form of entertainment but also a means of resolving conflicts and demonstrating physical prowess. Board games, puzzles, and storytelling sessions were popular in the evenings, where families and friends would challenge one another and pass the time with friendly competition. These leisure activities fostered a sense of community and offered an escape from the rigors of daily work. Religion, cosmology, and spiritual practices. Religion permeated every facet of Maya life. Grand temples and ceremonial centers were not only architectural marvels but also the heart of spiritual practice. Daily life included visits to local shrines, where citizens made offerings and sought blessings from deities associated with fertility, rain, and the sun. Rituals were conducted by priests who interpreted omens and guided the community in maintaining cosmic balance. The Maya were exceptional astronomers and believed that the heavens influenced daily life. Their complex calendar systems dictated the timing of agricultural activities, religious festivals, and even personal decisions. Divination rituals, using sacred texts, glyphs, and celestial observations, provided guidance for both rulers and common citizens. These practices fostered a deep connection between the individual and the cosmic order, reinforcing the belief that every day was part of a divine plan. An essential aspect of Maya spirituality was the veneration of ancestors. Families maintained small altars where offerings such as food, incense, and symbolic tokens were placed to honor those who had passed on. This practice reinforced familial bonds across generations and was believed to bring blessings and protection to the living. Ancestor worship was intertwined with community rituals, ensuring that the wisdom of the past was not lost but rather celebrated and remembered. Evening and nighttime rituals. As the day came to a close, the vibrant activity of the city or village slowly gave way to a more reflective atmosphere. Evening was a time to relax, to gather with family, and to appreciate the natural beauty of a setting sun over the jungle canopy. For many Maya citizens, the cooling air and the gradual dimming of light signaled a shift from the bustling energy of the day to a period of rest and introspection. Communal meals in the evening were often less formal than the midday feast, allowing family members to share stories, review the day's events, and plan for the next day. These gatherings were imbued with a sense of calm, as the community collectively acknowledged the rhythms of nature and the passage of time. Without modern electric lights, the Maya relied on oil lamps, torches, and the natural light of the moon and stars to navigate the darkness. As night fell, households would light small lamps made from clay or stone, creating a gentle glow that suffused homes with warmth and security. In many cases, storytelling, music, or quiet contemplation accompanied these moments, serving to bond families and reinforce cultural traditions. Sleep was considered a vital period of rejuvenation. Beds or sleeping mats, often made of woven materials and filled with soft plant fibers, were arranged in a communal space. Even as the world outside slumbered, the structured rhythm of Maya life ensured that rest was both a necessity and a cherished part of the daily cycle. A day in the life of a Maya citizen reveals a world that is both richly complex and beautifully simple. The ancient Maya mastered the art of living in harmony with their environment, integrating work, ritual, and leisure into a coherent whole that sustained both the individual and the community. Their daily routines were a testament to the power of tradition and the enduring human desire to find meaning in every moment. If this exploration into the daily life of the Maya has intrigued you and deepened your understanding of one of history's most fascinating civilizations, please like, share, and subscribe to History Facts and Mysteries. By uncovering the details of everyday life in the past, we not only celebrate the achievements of ancient peoples but also discover timeless truths that continue to guide us today.